Okay, looks like we're live. Yes, okay, great. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Live Video Mondays, the Daily Printulian Show. I've taken a week off from my show business life, so it's good to be back. I've missed doing these live videos. Today we have Shelton. He's notified me that we're seeing an issue constantly, and so he's going to be addressing that and showing us how to properly quote, because obviously this does have an effect on your pricing at the end of the day. And especially if you're a reseller and you're quoting for your clients, it's quite important to quote correctly, obviously, otherwise it can really damage your reputation. And if you're quoting for yourself, you obviously want to save time and make sure that you get it right the first time. So, Shelton, welcome. Hi.
What's up, Judy? Thank you for having me again. You know how much I enjoy these. It's good to be back in front of everyone again. I know for a fact that they were quite disappointed that they didn't get to see me last week, but I think we can make it right. Okay, let's make it right.
Yeah, no, I missed seeing your lovely face, Shelton. I'm just like rubbing it in, gosh.
Okay, don't
uh,
worry. I'm here. I'm here now.
Soon his ego is going to be too big to actually fit into the screen. So, yeah, we need to watch it. All right, cool. Shelton, do you want to jump into the problem that we're seeing and maybe just explaining that? I'm going to be sharing my screen so that maybe you guys have like a visual representation of what he's talking about as well. So let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, no
All right,
problem.
let's
Yeah,
use posters as an example. Yeah.
focus. Okay, no problem. Yeah, so as Trudy mentioned, right, there seems to be an issue when it comes to the quantities that you choose for each line item. Okay, so we're taking posters for example. So let's say you want to order posters, and there's going to be 50 of one kind of poster and 50 of another kind of poster. Okay, so what you need to do is, and it's very important, you need to make sure that there are two separate line items, each of
Okay.
50 quantities. Okay,
So if
that
I wanted 100 posters in total, sorry, Shelton, to interrupt you. I just want to make sure this is very clear because I know people really struggle with this. So if I want 100 posters, but it's two different poster artwork, I'm not going to click 100 here.
yes, that's correct. You need to click on 50.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
And then add cards.
Yeah, that's correct. Just make sure that all the other specs are, like accurate, the sizing and things like that. Okay. So as you just see what Trudy did, she just went to a cart after she selected the 50 posters that she needed.
Mm-hmm.
So what she now needs to do to make sure that they're two separate line items. Okay. So if you see the image for the posters, below it, there are four little icons. Okay. So on those four little icons, there's one that signifies the duplicate function, okay? And it's just one small page in front of another one. So you click on that one, and then we'll just see what happens now when Trudy clicks on it. There we
Cool.
go. So now, as you can see, Trudy in her cart has two separate line items, each of 50 quantities, meaning that she can now print two separate types of artwork. Okay, so Trudy said, this is actually very very important. It's quite hard to get around. Okay, but it's very important because it then signifies how many artworks you want to print, and it does affect the pricing as well of what you're looking for. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say then, for example, that then Trudy wanted to print 100 posters, but they all look the same. Okay, Trudy, can you just show them, please?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So you saw that, right? Trudy just now clicked on a quantity of 100. So this then signifies that Trudy is only going to be ordering one line item of 100 posters, and all 100 will look the same. Okay, just show them what it will look like in the cart, Trudy.
All right. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm just going to remove this one from the previous one. There we go.
It's okay. Right. So now, as you can see in her card, she only has one line item of 100 business cards. So I think the simplest way to put it, it's one artwork per ordered line item. Okay.
Yes,
So
this is one item.
yeah. So each time you see a line item, that just signifies one artwork. So if ever you need more than one artwork, make sure that you have more than one line item. I hope I was able to explain it. And but we always say though, any difficulties with this, especially with what you want to order, I've seen it a lot with banners as well. Usually people, clients, when they're ordering pull-up banners and such, they would assume that by selecting a quantity of 5, with one line item, it means that they can print 5 different artworks. Unfortunately, that's not the case. If you want 5 pull-up banners, you have to have 5 separate line items with the quantity of 1 each. So,
Yes.
any issues though, guys, with this quantity stuff, please feel free to give us a call and pop us a mail. But I think I have touched base enough on that.
Yeah.
Like, anything you guys just need to know? Trudy, I don't know on your side. Anything else I can explain?
No, I think it's just important to also explain why we do it this way, right? Because a lot of people have asked because it does affect the price, and it can seem quite inconvenient. But it's really just to avoid any human error on our side. If you select 100 posters and you want different artworks for those 100 posters, it just opens up a can of worms basically on our side, and we try to avoid human error. So basically this way you have a lot more control over your order. You are assigning the artwork per that quantity. So that's why we do it that way. Shelton, I don't know if you have anything else to add, but I think you've covered it quite well.
Yeah. The price factor, I did mention it before, and you did as well. Yeah, the price factor. I think that's the one aspect that is greatly affected by ordering the number of line items correctly. So usually, especially if you want things to be represented correctly, right? And you don't want multiple artwork problems, because you see now, well, the sort of fail safe for that. Okay, let's say you accidentally order a lot of quantities under one line item, assuming you can order more artworks. One fail safe is artwork problems will not be reported, because it'll obviously mean that you'll upload artwork that's meant for more line items, but it's only going to be on one line item. So it'll then be an artwork problem, and there'll be so much back and forth around that. And we really strive to get you your orders on a time that's convenient for you. So just please always make sure to ask when you don't understand, but more importantly, know that it's one artwork per ordered line item.
Yeah, perfect, Shelton. Thank you so much for explaining that to us and for assisting me in my demo. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today. I'm happy to be back. We're going to be back with another live video again tomorrow and for the rest of the week, so I look forward to those. Shelton, it was great seeing your face on the show again. Thank you very much.
Nah, no problem at all, Trudy. Thanks for having me. This is the highlight of my life, eh? Like, now I know why I decided.
Oh goodness, we're having connectivity issues, but luckily I think we've discussed everything we need to discuss. So guys, yeah, have a lovely Monday, and I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, cheers everyone, bye.